Alright, welcome back. Onward to, well, the finale, I guess. Oh, what's this? Oh.
Let's go.
Of course. What on earth? Okay.
Huh?
I don't like this.
Aye?
Ready, Watcher.
Mm-hmm.
This is a little annoying.
Yes.
Navaru, be on seat!
Aye?
Navaru, be on seat!
Huh?
Ready, Watcher.
Yes.
Alright, I don't think I can use these.
Yes. Aye?
Aztec worth and wrath!
Aye?
Aztec worth and wrath!
Let's go. Curses.
Alright. That was annoying.
Right.
Surprised by the lack of XP I'm getting from all this. Or at least... Oh. Alright. Another fight over here, I'm guessing?
Huh?
Alright, okay, I want to keep exploring. That's the end of the road? Yep, okay. Oh, but not this road.
Aye?
Following orders.
I wish the speed up would apply to that.
Let's go.
Huh?
I need you to kill that, though.
Let's go. This isn't working.
They're just being annoying.
Sure.
Alright. Anything over here? Not really much. Alright. Alright, I'm guessing this is the final room where I have the confrontation. Hey, blah blah blah. Where I have the confrontation. If I could find a way across. Oh, cool. The whole loop around the damn room.
Are you ready to take the oath? To spread the word?
Alright.
I am trusting you to remain loyal to the gods in this. If you do not, you will have greater powers than me to answer to.
Alright. Alright then. Okay, that ain't evil looking at all.
This is a missionary, same as Oceanus. They have...
You are ready to give a confession?
Many memories
I am ready
collecting all here.
to hear one from you.
Oh, I love final confrontation. I think. Where is he? There he is. Okay. You've come to a circular room, grand and domed. Its walls lined with Audra and rimmed with copper. At the far end of the great pillar of Audra pierces the floor from below with a rigid spike, its shimmering texture giving it the illusion of boundless depth. Your thoughts are yours and not yours, and they are all questions. At the base of the pillar stands Theos, a look of concern on his face as he notes your approach. You have something in mind you want to ask him, one question above all others, spinning madly in your mind, but you don't dare ask it yet. You need some admission from him first, some hint of the veracity of your suspicions.
You are far from your post, Inquisitor. What brings you here? They are monuments to Woodica's greatest servants among my people. I hope to join them myself one day, but my work is not yet complete. The Inquisition was based on the need to cut the flesh from a rotting wound. We are in a sanctum holy to Woodica. There are others like it in service to the other gods. I come here often to pray for her counsel, and in this space I may be assured that she hears me. It has many uses, but its purpose is to bring structure to the chaos that surrounds it.
Aha!
That woman sought only to destroy. What is a god? A higher power? A rewarder of good deeds and punisher of the wicked? Something men can turn to in their darkest moments when their days seem only like bridges from one tragedy to the next. Our gods are all these things. We are in a sacred place within earshot of the gods themselves. This is not the time. You've been through much these past few months. You will return home and you will rest. When you feel you have recovered, you may rejoin us at the trials. The Inquisition is far from over, and I will have need of you.
No.
There are many who continue to spread the lies of the apostate. The Inquisition will not
Am I speaking with a
until
specter
we
or the
have
actual
pronounced
guy?
judgment on all of them.
Okay, I'm actually speaking with him. To war. Or was I... What?
How did you find it? Another in a string of acts of petty defiance.
Okay, I was speaking to
For
a
all
specter.
her knowledge, she always preferred spite over reason. Then she should have obeyed. I ask one thing of all my followers. She was incapable. A waste of rare talent and intellect. What of your cohorts, then? They have followed you to their deaths.
Uh-huh.
Is it loyalty that brings them here? Or is it, as my agents suggest, that they have no direction of their own? You have devoted yourself to studying the work of my people.
Because I believe we can learn from the past and use that knowledge to better ourselves. I wanted Rauatai to surpass the Anguithans, build upon what they knew.
And did you ever consider that these were things you were never meant to understand? That their comprehension is beyond you?
I didn't need to understand. I've seen what's become of your people. That's all the lesson I need.
You are living in the time of my people, Amawa. You owe them more than you will ever comprehend, and so it shall ever be. Greater civilizations
Is he gonna
than yours have
ask
attempted
every
to reclaim
companion,
what we
or-
buried. The greater their successes, the worse their fates in the end. State your name and purpose, young acolyte.
My name belonged to the gods and my hand to their service. No more.
You serve none but yourself. Without contact with your order, you can have no higher purpose. Only the base concerns
kind
of
of.
the flesh. You have cast yourself from our ranks.
And I should have done it years before. I'd rather live in uncertainty than servitude.
And that uncertainty would lead you where it leads everyone. To doubt, to emptiness, to the many cruelties inspired by disbelief. You will have to forgive your Grandmaster for remaining skeptical of his initiate's choices. You are far from home, dwarf.
I knew my hunt would send me a long way from Masuk. It was a challenge I was glad to undertake for my village.
A journey, then? It must be of some import.
It's important to Masuk, and so it's important to me.
You are here because you are lost. The gods cannot reach everyone. I gather you have had your soul awakened. Why else would you shadow my footsteps like some stray mongrel? You think I have something to offer you, but our business was concluded long ago. I answered your questions once. That your soul is not fit to accept the answers is of little concern to me. I lied to no one. Not to you, not to anyone. The gods are real. They are everything we need them to be, and the world is better for it. Guilt is a disease of the mind. If the mind no longer believes it is guilty, then that is as good as absolution.
That's both correct and incorrect at the same time. That's more of a philosophical idea, and it's very interesting. I'd have to ruminate on that for a bit.
The heart of this country has skipped a beat. Nothing more. I have done far worse. I plunged the peaceful kingdom of Telosus into civil war. I slew the monarch of Desantio, whose people never knew hardship under his rule, and replaced him with a cruel despot who brought them to ruin. When plague arrived at the great city of Arborensis, I saw to it that the cure did not. They piled their dead outside the city in heaps that rose above their walls. That's where you are mistaken.
Aha.
There was a time, back when your soul was still a shapeless mist, when the world believed only in false gods. Thousands of them. Gods that told them to take slaves. Gods that told them to make war upon their neighbors and devour the slain. Gods that told them to burn their children alive and cover themselves in the ashes. But all that changed when they learned of the true gods. Our gods. All those misshapen, bestial instincts melted beneath the radiance of our god's majesty. You could see it in their eyes. No person can overcome his instincts by himself. Only with the aid of a god, someone he will respect and listen to, even against his every impulse, does he stand a chance.
I actually agree with that point. I agree with that. Within Judeo-Christian values and teachings, the whole thing is God saw humanity as it was, met them where they were, and wanted them to go past where they were to where he wants them to be. That's part of the many rules and laws that were given by Moses to the people of Israel, and that's where lots of our morality comes from. God saw people where they were and said, I'll meet you where you are, but I don't want you to stay where you are. And that's part of what the teachings of Christ when Christ came. A chunk of his teaching was turn from sin and follow him. Look to the heart of the law. Look for what the intent of the law, not just the letter. And don't pile law upon law upon law. If if you go to the heart and the reason of why the law was given and follow it completely, you have no need for endless laws upon laws. The more you seek to understand God and follow Him, the more and more you will not be bound by the flesh, and you'll do good, and good generally requires. We define good and evil in today's secular society on more subjective terms. A lot of that tends to come from just our culture and how we wanted to redefine everything. An issue that I have is that by taking God out of the equation, we no longer definitively have good and evil. It is now all subjective.
Have you imagined this existence? The one the apostate would have created. We are not all so virtuous as she. Without our gods, the most wicked, the most tyrannical, they would take that power for themselves.
You're correct. I'm not going to deny that. You are correct.
But more than that, it would be a hollow existence.
Again,
All
I'd partially agree here.
Forever unanswered. All purposes constructed from meaninglessness. No endings to bring closure. Only a wheel, turning without mercy, grinding our spirits to dust. All I have seen, the millennia of experience. I will not be dissuaded from this course. We are all controlled by our own doubts.
Yeah.
Better that we should be relieved of them. With your soul and thousands of others, I will see this world Hear me, Woodica. Octan!
Huh? Oh, don't tell me there's gonna be more things I have to fight alongside him. Alright, back to... I keep forgetting to give him his... Whatever.
Mm-hmm.
Have you
Ready,
both
Watcher.
do that? Have you...
Yes.
Do that. Have you... Wow, that AoE is small.
I'm here.
Yeah?
Following your lead.
Yes?
Alright. Pop that.
Yeah?
Following
I
your
don't know
lead.
if I can actually trip it.
Yes?
I need
Following
that
your
thing
lead.
to eventually go down. Have you just do
Mhm.
that.
Ready, Watcher.
Or... Alright.
Yes?
Yes? Lava Ruby.
Following your lead.
Let's...
Octan!
Let's see. So... I can control...
Yes?
Let's do that.
Ready, Watcher.
Let's have you pop that.
Hey there.
Ow.
Following your lead. Raise.
I'm here.
Huh?
Yes?
Ready,
You do
Watcher.
that.
Following your lead.
Okay, now I can have you and Wolfie. Do
Hey there.
that. Still need to try and take care
Following
of
your
that.
lead.
Aye?
Pop that. Do this. Drake is gone, but that's fine. Oh no, it's still there.
Following your lead.
Save it for summoning a Drake.
Ready, Watcher.
Curses!
Following your lead.
I'm here.
Have
Following
you do
your lead.
that.
How may I help?
Have you throw that? Come on. Or what does? I do that then.
Huh?
Curses!
Show them how it's done!
All right.
DRC!
Aye?
This is going a little better.
Yeah.
Do that.
Yes?
Let
That
Yes.
didn't go. That was. I forget. I keep forgetting that I can't.
go!
Things at once. At once. All right. With that down, I think actually I'll prioritize killing that.
Mm-hmm. Hmm?
Yeah.
Just so that he's got the least amount of things that he can use to heal. Oh, you're gone. Hmm. Ow. Okay.
I'm here.
Let's go!
And here we go. At your feet rests the body of Theos, hollow, the dense wrinkles shaped by the silent shouldering of an eternal burden now smooth across his color-drained face. His soul remains still for the moment, defenseless, its energy expended in defeat. It lies sprawled across his body like a death
All
shroud.
those lifetimes spent to preserve a single vital secret.
After journeying for lifetimes, I can't imagine his failure. Knowing it was all for nothing.
He spent his lives, more than any of us will ever know. For what? Binding the world to a lie. Could a man like that ever be redeemed?
Yes. With a deep breath, you plunge into Theos' soul, and where in Breckenbury it has been a maze of narrow corridors and dead ends, it's now expansive and borderless. Its walls crumbling into heaps like the ruins of Angwath, and as you pass through them, you travel for what seems like ages, rushing to unknown destination. A memory you glimpsed once before. At last you see it, no more than a pinprick of light at the end of the long tunnel, expanding slowly at first, then quickly as you near. As you come out the room you are standing in now, but it is now pristine and filled with people, thousands of them, all turned towards the great Adra pillar and its machine that encases it. Theos stands at the machine, and you are now one with him. You look out to the crowd at faces of shriveled old men and cherub-cheeked little girls, at mothers bouncing infants to quiet them, and fathers clasping their children's relentless hands, and watching you with somber acceptance, a woman with tears in her eyes gives you a small nod. You turn back towards the machine, your breaths constricted beneath the weight of unwanted knowledge, preparing yourself to set out alone on a journey without end. You close your eyes and open them again to find the machine still in front of you, beckoning. You take your place in front of it and place your hands on a large mechanical disc at the base of the great crystal column, and speak a single word. Giant rings creak to life, building speed, setting arrays of carved draconic mouths aglow and sending tremors through the platform beneath you. The entire room shakes now with the force of an accelerating machine, all sound drowned out by its deep, deafening thum. Brilliant tendrils of light arc from the pillar in all directions, and you look over your shoulder to see them engulfing the crowd, burning them brightly and like hot iron. One by one, the tendrils disappear, leaving ashen effigies where people once stood, many of them disintegrating into gray heaps under the stress of the tremors. You look above to the Adra pillar. Its glowing, spherical mass has begun to coalesce atop the column where arcs converge. It grows and pulses, translucent and bulbous, like some immense chrysalis, suspended in slow rotation as though it were being spun from the arcs of light. When the last arc disappears, the spectral mass hangs a moment, no longer rotating so bright that you must shield your eyes from an outstretched hand, and it seems as though it is looking at you. You bow your head in acknowledgement and look up to see it melt into the pillar. Like warm wax candle, the pillar flares with a flash of light bright as the sun itself, then fades to darkness. The machine slows down in an abrupt halt, and when the last echo of its grinding cog has passed, the chamber is still, and you are alone. From all sides, reality begins to bleed through the memory. You find yourself in your own skin once more, looking at Theos' lifeless body. You sense a listless to Theos' soul, an overwhelming fatigue that hinders its immediate escape and makes it vulnerable to manipulation. You feel as though the victory is giving you some sort of hold over it, and you're able to do with it as you please.
You were kinder to that man than I would have been.
You return to the landscape in Theos' memory, to the vast terrain of deceptions and crippling despair. You can feel your agency in this world now, an ability to reshape the whims of your dominant will. You focus on a vision of pure emptiness, and your will becomes a swirling vortex around you, sweeping through the landscapes and bearing away moments and lifetimes like some apocalyptic biwak that would tear away the essence of the planet itself. The storm builds until the very crust of the world peels from the fabric of the soul that anchored it, and it's borne off into the sky until it's too distant to observe. The last thing you see is a white void, boundless in all directions, unfettered by the shackles of experience and doubt. In the stillness that follows, a single word echoes through your mind, a word you spoke when you were one with Theos in an ancient memory. You realize it is the word that activates the machine. Return to the second house. Oh, you want to speak?
Astounding. I always knew the Leaden Key stood for something big, but I didn't quite realize what I'd gotten myself into. But even if you send the souls somewhere specific now, who knows what the next turn of the wheel will make of them? We can't really control what happens to them. Nor should we try. I had to see the monster Theos had become to realize that. It's your decision, of course.
We've come to the end of it, my friend.
Right.
With your companions bearing witness, you step up to the place where Theos once stood before his people long ago. The great machine lies in front of you, idle, ready. Speak the command to activate the machine. Return them to the cycle. You close your eyes and expand your perception onward, taking in the immense totality of the tens of thousands of souls orbiting the chamber. Your grasp on the souls is tenuous. You find yourself fighting to keep them all within your influence, and you can feel them slipping away from you as the machine gains speed. A brief moment comes when it feels as though you hold all of them at once, and their force is so great it feels as though it will tear you apart. In the moment, you dedicate your entire being to bending their orbit, channeling their flow in a new direction.
At your command, the ancient device became your instrument, spinning to life with deafening resonance and gathering up the swirling essence like thread on a great spindle. There, in the pale, pulsing glow of the machine that set you on this path long ago, you summoned all your strength, focusing on your objective and blocking out all else. With a single concussive blast that rocked the chamber and sent you tumbling to the ground, you freed the souls from their stasis. Exhausted, your consciousness slipping away, your last sight was of the machine, dark and dormant. Then your eyes closed, and sleep welcomed you at long last.
Alright, well, that's the end of this journey. Until next time, tell me if you want me to go and do the DLC or whatever, because I want to change a lot of the choices for the second game. So let me know if you want me to do the DLC and then do the next game, or because I think I'm just going to jump straight to Dreadfire. But until next time, have a blessed day and good luck out there.